The alleged Delhi liquor policy scam is proving to be the biggest pre-poll controversy ahead of the 2024 general elections. That's just in about a month from now. And the latest we have for you is that the Enforcement Directorate has produced Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal in the court in Delhi, and he was arrested late last night, and this is the latest we have for you. Now, to decode this further, our correspondent Dharamjot Kaur and Siddhant Sibul have been on the ground. Dharamjot is joining us live from outside the Rouse Avenue Court Complex in New Delhi, and Siddhant is at ITO Delhi, where protests have broken out since this morning. Dharamjot, if I could quickly start with you, we are hearing that Arvind Kejriwal has been produced by the ED at the court where you're standing. What can you tell us right now?
Well, Ananya, just 5 minutes ago, we saw the car approaching and, taking the Delhi Chief Minister inside the court. So hearing is expected to begin shortly, any moment now. We had initially also heard that there may be a possibility of the Chief Minister being, carrying out the case via video conferencing, but that was obviously ruled out. So now that everyone is closely watching to see how this entire case pans out, especially after the Chief Minister had withdrawn his plea from the Supreme Court, and his advocate had cited that it is inappropriate to have a case also or a plea going on in Supreme Court while there is a case registered in the lower court as well. Right. So right now all eyes at the complex behind me to see how this entire case pans out. What is it that the district court judges will say, and for how many days will ED get custody of Arvind Kejriwal for further questioning? Ananya?
All right, Dharamjot, stay with us. Siddhant, you're at ITO Delhi. What's happening there?
Well, I'm standing here at the ITO junction. This is one of the key areas, the main arterial road of Delhi as well. And of course, security has been beefed up, increased. If my camera person can show you the presence of the RAF here on the ground. And of course, we know that this road, if my camera person can come and show the road as well, which goes to the Rouse Avenue Court, this has been completely blocked for any movement of any vehicle or passenger people traveling. So essentially this road that also leads to the Rouse Avenue Court and the headquarters of the ruling BJP party has been blocked. We saw the AAP activist supporters also coming and protesting. We know that the AAP has mobilized its workers for protest, and we have seen visuals all through the day of their protest across the country. This is one of the biggest political story emerging from India in last 24 hours, and of course the fact that a sitting chief minister has been arrested on alleged charges of corruption is a big story ahead of the general elections that are going to take place next month. It is a 2-month-long process, and before that, a lot of political activities here in India.
Absolutely, Siddhant. Dharamjot, if I could come back to you, the AAP government has clearly said that Arvind Kejriwal will continue to be the Chief Minister of Delhi and will do his duties from within the jail. I want to ask you, how viable is this, given that it will probably be the first time a Chief Minister leads a government from behind bars?
Well, Ananya, there is no clarity, in the prison manual per se in terms of, whether this is something that the Chief Minister can do or not administratively and legally. So the manual does have a caveat for the President of India and state governors in terms of them carrying out their duties from behind bars, that too under certain circumstances. But for other government leaders and for the Chief Minister of a state, there is no such provision, especially because the manual of the prison does not allow, any document signing per se that can be carried out from behind the prison bars. There are certain provisions where the Chief Minister will be allowed to meet about 5 to 6 people per day. So while meetings and discussions may be possible, how will the Chief Minister take certain decisions, whether or not he can, sign documents and carry out other administrative processes? The lines are a little blurry on that front. Ananya?
Right, Dharamjot, the lines are definitely blurry. We need to wait and see how that will pan out. Siddhant, what's interesting is that the centre has the power to suspend Arvind Kejriwal from the Chief Minister's position. What are you hearing from the BJP office that's just kilometres away from where you're standing?
Well, so far we haven't seen any reaction on that particular issue, but we have seen the opposition and the ruling party trading charges. We know that all throughout the day we have seen reactions from various opposition leaders, because essentially the India alliance ahead of the elections faces its moment. This moment could be a make or break moment, given the fact that Arvind Kejriwal was one of the key component of that, and now he faces the charges of alleged corruption. But the ruling party, of course, is highlighting how this is one of the big issues, corruption issue for them, and they, of course, are fighting that. So there are multiple nuances to the entire development that is taking place. But on the ground where I am standing, before I let go, I'll still show you the situation. More presence of the RAF on the ground. In fact, even as we speak, more presence of RAF with more security personnel now being brought in, with the presence of Delhi police as well. There you can see on your screens, these are the latest live visuals of the presence of the security presence on the ground here in New Delhi. And all throughout the day we have seen only these kinds of visuals, and of course the activists also trying to take to the streets. And remember, that is causing major travel snarls across the city. Today is last working day, but essentially if we look at how things will pan out, we'll get to know only as the day progresses. It looks like some kind of development is going to happen shortly here, because the RF presence has not only been increased on the ground, but they are taking positions now. As you can see on your screens, they are taking positions for some kind of development. We really do not know what development is going to take place on the ground here. This is one of the main roads that go to the court and also the BJP headquarters. Will there be more activists, the AAP activists coming here on the ground, is something that we all are waiting for.
Right. Dharamjot, earlier we were told that the Education Minister of Delhi, Atishi, and also the Health Minister, Saurabh Bhardwaj, both of them were detained by the Delhi police. Do you have any update on that front?
Ananya, they were detained about a few hours ago by the Delhi police. They're currently at the police station in Alipur, which is about an hour away from ground zero where all the action is currently taking place. So the security personnel are trying to, to quash down any sort of protest by, dispersing leaders and party workers in different parts of the national capital. Also, metro stations, especially the one at the ITO, has been shut down till 6 p.m. in the evening. So a lot of measures to deter crowds from gathering are being taken by the security personnel. When the leaders of the Aam Aadmi Party will be freed, people don't have clarity on that. But in the meantime, the Aam Aadmi Party leaders from Punjab have arrived in the national capital. Earlier in the day, we had the Health Minister and the Education Minister of Punjab arriving over here at the Aam Aadmi Party office in the afternoon. Following that, we just saw visuals about an hour ago of Punjab Chief Minister Bhagwant Mann also visiting Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal's residence in the civil lines. So there is a lot of activity on the political front, given that, the case is currently ongoing in the court in terms of what the future holds for Arvind Kejriwal over the next few days. So while some leaders are in prison, a lot of the others from the state of Punjab and other parts of India will be coming together to see how this political vacuum can be filled over the next few days. Ananya?
Absolutely, and that comes at the heels of the Aam Aadmi Party calling for a nationwide protest. Dharamjot Kaur and Siddhant Sibul, it has been a long day for you, and it's probably going to only go longer. Thank you so much for joining us here on WION and getting us all those ground updates. And for those of you who are just joining in, the Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal, who skipped 9 summons by the Enforcement Directorate before his dramatic arrest late last evening in connection with the alleged liquor policy scam, has withdrawn a Supreme Court petition against his arrest. And we can confirm at the moment that he is at the court in Delhi right now. He's been produced just minutes back, where our correspondents have been reporting us and giving us live updates from.